Okay. Um, I'm just gonna do it from Cyberlink. Um, YouTube is really not working for me for some odd reason. Uh, wow, they got frame scenes. I'm just looking at the thing. Anyways, this is part two of the WrestleCon. Um, the um, the the YouTube section of this is not really working right now. So I'm gonna try to see if I can upload it through this video. Um, you could probably see me, but I'm also gonna lay up the site for you for WrestleCon.com. If you go to WrestleDog.com, you can follow me as we could go through the official guest of this video. Um, I don't know what's the time limit on this darn Cyberlink, but I'd like to fix the settings for it to see how long I have. Um, anyways, anyways, other than that, speaking of WrestleCon, um, the tickets are $31. The for the entry fee. The excuse me, the wrestling itself on Saturday night is $31 also, but it is only on online. That's only if you get them online. If you get them at the door, it's $40 a piece. So yeah, you're looking at $8 value, but $62 wouldn't mind. You know, either way, $80, $62, better than paying $1,000 or $10,000 to go see a live event. Well, yes, I'm talking about WrestleMania. Um, Other than that, I'd rather not spend that much. Shoot, I can't even afford that much loan. Shoot, I might freaking have to sell a car or a house or something just to get that freaking money. Or rob a bank. Yeah, right. Don't even say that. No, 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 no. I'm just joking, people. Um, uh, um, Other than that, let's get to the thing I was recording for. Man, I recorded a whole hour about WrestleCon when the YouTube stream is like not working. It keeps reconnecting. So I'm just gonna try to do this from Cyberlink and try to add my video to YouTube. As you can see, the visuals. You can see a little snow on my screen. It's just not. It's not. But I hope you guys can hear me. I'm gonna I'm not gonna do a test. I'm just gonna do it, and then if it comes on, I'll do it. Okay, let's talk about WrestleCon. In 2015. I keep saying that, but that's because I was looking at my screen. WrestleCon will be taking place at the San Jose Garden Hotel, and it will be on March 27th, March 28th, 29th. I know I kind of repeat myself, but I'm just making sure. If you click on the site www.wrestlecon.com, you'll notice you go to official guests and you'll see all the wrestlers that are on the ticket. Oh, speaking of tickets, Super Ticket is $250 a piece, which means for Friday and Saturday. Both, if you want both, it's going to cost you $500. So I'm looking at, if you want to go at the door, $580, because that's just going to cost, you know. Like I said, it's better than paying $10,000, $13,000 for WrestleMania. If you want to go to Access in WrestleMania, it's going to cost you about 13,000 if you want good seats and the Access, which is like $200, probably more. Because once you get in, you're gonna have to get autographs from all the WWE superstars. But when you get in here, all you have to do is pay $31 and then you can meet all the wrestlers. But don't forget, the wrestlers kind of charge you higher too here, like 20 to $50. Shoot, Ric Flair himself $60, but you know what? It doesn't matter. It's better than paying that much money. I mean, you could look at. I mean, I know I'm mentioning some big names here, but you know what? I will get to them. Um, let's go down the list. The Hurricane Shane Helms is on here for WrestleCon. Story about him is that he got into a motorcycle accident with his wife. He shattered his feet, but his legs, but he didn't care. He was trying to get close to his wife so he could stop. You could listen to all this, and I'm gonna promote the Steve Austin show. Who's next with Goldberg, Piper's Pit, Talk with Jericho, the Ross Report from Podcast One. And the thing about these podcasts, if you want to know, if you want to get the insight about a wrestler, he gets these wrestlers on these shows. All these guys get these wrestlers on the shows and talks about their life and everything outside the ring. So instead of trying to look up in a book or trying to look for an interview, stuff that's never been said on WWE.com or nothing, you really want to listen to all these podcasts because it's no limits. You think Vince McMahon and Stone Cold podcast was something else? You need to check out all the wrestlers on his guest list. Same thing with Ross, same thing with Piper, same thing with Jericho, same thing with Goldberg. The list goes on. I can't believe that I wasted a whole hour on that. That's alright though. We're on part 2 of this video. The Hurricane Shane Helms, like I said, a story. He was wheelchaired. I don't know how he's gonna be this time. He said he's doing great. So I guess he's been through rehab and got his legs back. I don't know. Just want to know what's going on. The next guy, Big Van Vader. If you want to meet a WWE legend, Big Van Vader, he'll be there. Former WWE, WCW superstar, former WCW champion. Stacy Carter, known as a Cat, she'll be there. Former WWF Tag Team Champions, Demolition will be there. The old guys, man. Sooner or later they'll be in the Hall of Fame. You got a future Hall of Famer too. Scott Steiner will be there Friday only. Big Papa Pump, former WCW champion, former NWO member, former TNA member, Main Event Mafia. The list goes on. Yes. Never been a champion in WWE, but maybe tag team champion. But he held his tag team champions up with his brother Rick Steiner, so that's pretty cool. And now you got a 2015. He's considered to be in the 2015 Hall of Fame right now. Yes, I'm talking about Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash will be there on 2000 on the he'll be there on. So here we go. Video sharpness, brightness, contrast, exposure, noise resolution, video sharpness. Sorry, I'm just looking at enhancements. Sorry on my settings, but that's alright. Everything's alright. I'm looking at stuff on my settings here real fast. I hope my audio's going. Okay. So, other than that, I'm there's my zoom in, zoom out. I'm just looking at my settings. I'm sorry. I'm back at my settings. Okay. Other than that, WrestleCon will also be taking. We'll have 2015 inductee for a Hall of Fame this year is Kevin Nash. Big 6A. He'll be there. He'll be there. He'll be signing autographs. His autographs are $50. WCW champion. WWF champion. Member of the NWO. The Click also with Shawn Michaels. So he'll be there. Amy Dumas, Lita, 2014 Hall of Famer, is going to be there too. She's a must for me because of my sister. She's my sister's icon. So I'm gonna get hers. Can't wait to meet her. I consider her as the best diva in the world, but that's me. We have a legend, not just a legend, but a Hall of Famer, and known as the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. A WCW champion, a WWE champion. In his own right, which means he wasn't WWE. I don't think he was a WCW champion. I think he was a WCW United States champion. But Bret Hart will definitely be there. And I met this guy twice. One time I got on the phone, I had him talk to my friend's mom on the phone because my friend's mom couldn't make it, and it was awesome that he would actually take the time to talk to her on the phone, and I'll never forget it. And it's sad to see Bret Hart and the whole controversy with him and Goldberg kicking him in the face. I think it was just plain out, accident. It wasn't Goldberg's fault. It wasn't, Bret's fault. Bret says it was his fault, but it's nobody's fault. I think it's just the momentum from coming back from it was just an accident. Bret says he ran into it. But when your momentum from getting pushed around for ropes brings you slamming right against the timing, it was just bad timing. It's nobody's fault. So, and Goldberg and Bret Hart after that, Bret Hart said Goldberg came to his room and apologized and everything. So, like I said, do not judge somebody. Do not judge a wrestler without knowing the truth. Don't bring up bad crap. Don't put rumors out there to make everybody believe it. ECW, TNA, WWE, Tommy Dreamer, baby. And yes, he has his own indie promotion, but he's working with TNA for a little while. And TNA is helping him out. And I'm hoping to see this guy, Yeah. And, let's see. The next guy is none other than... No, next woman. Barbie Blank, a.k.a. Kelly Kelly, from WWE. She will be there. But what's her role in WrestleCon? We may never know. But she will be there. She'll be signing autographs, and I'm not much of a Kelly Kelly fan. I don't consider divas wrestlers. Divas are not wrestlers. I'm sorry. If you want to talk about wrestlers, TNA knockouts are wrestlers. So yes. So don't put Eve Marie up there. Eve Marie. Don't put somebody who's just out there just to make photos and not just, wrestle up there. So yeah. Matt Sydal, aka Evan Bourne from WWE, now in ROH, he's going to be there wrestling, and I don't know if he's doing autographs or not. But him and AJ Styles, that match in ROH back in September, was just so awesome. So I liked it. A legend, Hillbilly Jim, he's going to be out there. I think he's a WWE Hall of Famer too. He had to be if they were in Legends House. So I don't remember what year he became WWE Hall of Famer, but he's there. Sabu is going to be there. Of course, he's wrestling Saturday night. Former TNA Knockout, TNA Champion, WWE Super Diva, Lisa Marie Varon, aka Tara, aka Victoria, will definitely be there on WrestleCon. Um, Former uh, longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, WWE Intercontinental Champion, Honky Tonk Man will be there. Uh, Melina, I'd like to know how she's been. Diva, WWE Diva Melina is going to be there. Former. John Hennigan, known as AKA John Morrison, AKA Johnny Bryan Show, Johnny Blaze, he'll be there. Uh, Longest reigning WWE Diva Champion before AJ Lee took over, Maurice. And I'm sorry, I'm not an AJ Lee fan at all. I, I don't consider her a wrestler at all. She's a little girl, and until she, you know, learns that, I don't know. I hate to be judgmental. To me, she's like a little child. Just want to, you know. And the reason why she got that way, and she'll never admit it, is that the reason why became that longest reigning champion, and she'll never admit it. She'll never put her in place, and that's Tamina Snuka. Tamina Snuka has never been, you know, and that's what ticks me off. And where's Tamina? Yeah, thank you. Sorry, just had a moment there. Tatanka, funny, WrestleMania 8. That's the funniest moment. Him and Rick Martel, WrestleMania 8. Oh, you can't believe he beat Rick Martel. Funny. A model. I think was the biggest upset. Him and Teddy DiBiase had Teddy DiBiase managed him, you know. And then we have 2014 Hall of Famer Scott Hall, aka Razor Ramon. Scott Hall, hey yo, will be there, and well, hopefully he'll be there. My last the fest I went to, 2007, he wasn't there. This last fest I went to, he wasn't there, and hopefully he'll be there this time. His son Cody Hall I met last year was pretty cool, but it's just sad that his dad wasn't able to come out. And what's so sad about Scott Hall is that I'm not doubting Scott Hall at all. It was just sad to see him the way he was with all the drinking, alcohol in his life, and the demons he has to do in his life. But you know, I'm so proud that DDP is helping him out and putting and having him have a second chance with his son Cody Hall is so amazing now. That's what I'm hearing today, and hearing that Scott Hall is actually getting out there to live events like Florida. This last WrestleCon, I guess they had a Comic Con or something up there in Florida, and Scott Hall was there, and he was just smiling, having a good time. So I'm hearing good things. So if he keeps it up and comes out here, then he'll break a kind of a record for the Wrestling Fest. Hopefully Cody Hall will come out with him. I mean, usually Scott usually comes out, but Cody will follow through. You know, I talked to Cody when he said, "Make sure I hope you come next time." You know, well, hopefully I'll come next time too. Well, I think WrestleCon should book Cody, kind of put his name out there. But hopefully we'll see. You know, it's still early. We still got more wrestlers to add. They got more wrestlers to add. It's still February 25th, and I know I'm like at midnight, so it's actually 26th midnight. Anyways, I know people only be doing these videos at midnight, but hey, you know what? It's the internet. It's all 24/7. Cody Hall, I met, was pretty awesome. He actually did the 2 sweet signs over me on my pick. I kind of have this a tendency to kind of like just stand there and try to see what I want to say. But he noticed that he had a problem with that and he wanted me to go look around, and he was kind of like feeling that I wasn't giving him space. So I said, "Oh, okay." So I'll go look around. I knew what he was talking about. But all right, man. He's such a good kid. He was kind of worried that day that he wasn't making that much money because of the slowness and everything. People weren't really going up to him buying his stuff. But you know what it is that you just have to relax, kind of take it day to day, and then just come through. And that's what his mentor or the girl that was standing there helping him with his finances. And he came up with a good turnout. Not to be nosy or thing. I was just standing there just seeing what's going on, and he was just looked like he was stressing. And I could tell he was stressing over his father not being there that last year. People could comment about me on here on why did I mention this on YouTube. Well, just let me know if I ever say anything that offends anything or not supposed to say anything. Just let me know, because I could fix it right away, or apologize right away. People who know me from my Facebook tendency to think that I'm not much of a wrestler, knowledgeable guy, but I do know wrestling as much as I can. I grew up watching wrestling, but it's so exciting that to know these people that are on my Facebook, especially wrestlers that I know that contact me, who aren't really famous, even some indie wrestlers contact me. It's so awesome. It's great to have a media. What's so cool is that I was shocked that. Let me tell you a story with TJ, Tyson Kidd. Before I get back to this wrestle thing, I was going through my messages, and I do remember adding a lot of wrestlers, but I don't remember adding Tyson Kidd, because all I see is T.J. Wilson. I didn't see, not the name Tyson Kidd, because I know people don't. I know wrestlers don't have their, they don't have their wrestling name. They have their real name around as a Facebook sometimes. So it's great to know that, but I usually think that wrestlers wouldn't want to put their real name out there because of a kayfabe situation or trying to protect themselves, because usually you would do that. But on my birthday last year, I saw this message saying "Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday," and I was like, "Man, who's T.J. Wilson?" And then I messaged him, and all of a sudden he says, "I'm Tyson Kidd." I'm like, "Whoa, really?" And I was like, "Wow, I'm shocked." So if Tyson, if TJ, if you ever see this, send a comment, dude. I'm posting this on Facebook. I'd like to get a reply from you, because I'm kind of worried about your father-in-law, dude. Well, I don't know if you and Nat are like married or anything, but you guys are. I mean, I assume you are still. But I want to know how Animal's doing. I'd like to see if he could come out here for the WrestleCon. Other than that, I know it kind of stopped for the WrestleCon right now, and I noticed that you guys are looking at other pictures, but I will kind of go back to the lineup of that. And if you guys are just like wanting not to hear this, you guys, it's up to you. But don't mind just clicking on again. I know I tend to be slow at video, but this is my first time, so kind of give me a break or something. I need a professional. Other than that, I was talking about Tyson Kidd, how he kind of got hold of me. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I know a WWE superstar. But I don't talk to him as much. You just don't want to bug these guys. They're on the road 24/7. They're on the especially WWE superstars. I texted him yesterday about because I was watching Total Divas from my DVR, and I was watching. If you ever watch that episode from last Sunday, you're gonna cry. Uh, Natalie was so worried about her mother's house that they uh, they got flooded, and Natalie had to go to her house just, and she was just worried. So TJ, so she called TJ, and TJ's like, don't worry about it. I'll take care of this. So he calls a contractor. The contractor comes out, and all of a sudden, bam! It happens. They take all the garbage. They take out all the old furniture. They take out the house. Just like completely was just looked like it was just mold. It looked like it was just. I think the reason why, the, in my opinion, I think the reason why that her almost had a heart attack because of what the flood did. I think it's because of the mold that because mold builds up carbon monoxide. I think that's what, or some kind of I think that's what happens. I don't know, but the mold smell. I've seen a lot from Extreme Makeover, and this was a kind of an Extreme Makeover deal. What TJ was doing. And it was so amazing to see after they were all finished that they brought in her mom, and I mean her and TJ brought in her mom in, and she was just looking at it like it was like an episode of Extreme Makeover, and I thought it was so freaking cool. But after that, I just wish I knew what was going on with Bamble when he went to the WWE rehab center. That he got Dan Spivey to come out and work with him this last yeah. So if you catch a show, Total Divas on E Channel on Sunday nights, it's pretty amazing. Um, I didn't know that Emma had that heart attack, and she called, and I didn't know. He almost died. I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I mean, this guy's a former WWE Tag Team Champion with Bret the Hitman Hart, and and even looking at him, it's just sad. He's so like big and overweight. I mean, he needs to lose. The guy does look like he needs to lose a lot of weight to maintain his health. And I messaged TJ about joining DDP Yoga, but I didn't get a reply, and I don't think I should have said that because maybe he already had this already planned out, and so I wasn't trying to be nosy or anything. I was just trying to help as a fan. Um, but hopefully he'll reply. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna wait for the week and see what he says. Maybe I'll just reply back to him in a couple of days because wrestlers they work, man. Oh, I think a WWE schedule is worse than a regular schedule for a wrestler for any other wrestler like in the Indies or TNA or something like that. John Cena says he works 24/7, and I'm like, wait a minute, he's home sometimes. And I'm like, wait a minute, that could just be just for the show. So, he does all these promotions, but TJ said he doesn't have that much. It's just that I'm thinking because tonight was main event, he's on there sometimes, and then he got SmackDown taping, you know, so and I think sometimes he goes on NXT. I'm not sure, so. I'll see what goes on. I'm done about 29 minutes, but this is on Cyberlink, so thank God. I don't want to try to do this on YouTube anymore. I'm just gonna link it to to YouTube. Um, uh, now let's go back to Scott Hall a little bit because I'm reminiscing about Scott Hall a lot with DDP. DDP has been helping Scott Hall. I will mention some other guy, but I want to kind of wait for him. um, uh, there was a rumor about I'll say 5 years ago or so that some guy put on the internet that Scott Hall died, and I was like, wait a minute, are you serious? And I looked on and I was researching, and finally, after all those emotional, I called my friend and I was saying, man, do you know Scott Hall died? And he's like, what? And I was like, wait a minute. And he's like, dude, wait a minute. Are you sure? And I called all my friends, and all my friends said, are you sure? Are you sure? And so I'm like, wait a minute. I better research this more. And then finally something popped up and said, no, he's not. And, or, he's, you know, it's, it was a false, thing, And one thing about, don't ever post anything that's not true, you know. I think a couple months ago they said John Cena died. But you know what it is? I think it's because the name John Cena is being used, not John Cena the wrestler, probably John Cena the human being, the person, that different person named John Cena. That's what I think. But say he got killed in a car crash, and I was like, wait a minute, let's research this again. You know what I'm saying? The thing about the internet, people will put up false crap about certain things, certain people, and I think it's wrong. I think this is what should happen. If you're gonna put false things up, they should ban your account. They should ban you from the internet. They should close out your freaking damn Comcast account. They should deny you from any kind of internet access whatsoever, just to get even. So, you know, um, uh, I just see a lot of I just get mad when I see that crap. When people post up true, don't lie. I swear, the media has a tendency to lie. They'll do anything for a false story so they can get over. I mean, that's what National Enquirer is. I mean, I think these people in National Enquirer should get sued. You know, sued for all kinds of crap, false freaking, crap. Talking about people, gossip. And they should sue them, just completely sue them. And screw this free speech. Just tell them. You know. So that's my theory on it. But I'm good that I'm so grateful that Scott Hall's still living and being with his son, Cody Hall. And like I said, meeting Cody Hall was pretty cool. True thing about Cody Hall, he's in the Bullet Club, which is awesome. I was trying to look for the YouTube video where you actually join the damn club, but he's not. He's with the Bullet Club. I mean, he was in. I think I posted up on Facebook that showed him in the background. They were mentioning him. Anyways, that's cool. Cool to have a. It's cool to see that the Bullet Club is like the NWO. Even Kevin Nash gave him props. So, like I said, my main man is AJ Styles. He's the one I love to meet. He's my goal. My other goal is Sting, but I don't think I'm ever gonna meet him. He's just WWE. Anybody in the WWE, I am not gonna be able to meet. I'm telling you right now. Guy who's in WWE, you're gonna have to spend over $1,000, and I don't want to do that. I mean, it's cool that TJ actually talks to me on Facebook, message me. But like I said, I don't want to kind of talk about TJ because I think I don't want him to kind of disconnect with me because I'm posting talking about him on Facebook on YouTube. But I do want to give a shout out to him. Do reply to me, man. Other than that, AJ Styles, yeah. I've been taking breaks a little bit off on here, but thank God for this Cyberlink. Well, at least it's not disconnecting. I hope the audio is on this thing. Let's take a breather on why I like AJ Styles. The whole controversy with him about breaking necks is pissing me off. Uh, if you do not want this to happen to you, don't wrestle the guy. If you don't want to, if you think that the move should be banned, tell him about it. But it doesn't look like New Japan Wrestling is going to ban his freaking Styles Clash. And besides, I don't think it's AJ's fault in the first place. It's the wrestler taking the hit. It's his fault for doing it. Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 cases of it. Maybe because they don't know how to do the move, take the move. You're not trusting the guy, you know. So in the last couple weeks, I didn't see him break no necks right now. You know, accidents do happen. Okay, it's not. My gosh, just like a Goldberg Bret Hart thing, man. It's just accidents happen. You know, AJ says, the guy should have never tucked his head, and he should have never tucked his head. You do not tuck your head in a Styles Clash. You don't never do that. He never knew what was going behind him. Like I said, check out his New Japan Wrestling interview of this year, and he'll talk about it. But I hate when people just like when somebody gets so successful that they want to automatically down the guy because either they're jealous of him or maybe that's what it is, pure jealousy, and people won't admit it. They just want to be, I'm sorry to say, a-holes to to it. So, but hey, I can't say anything about it because that's their opinion. They have the right to their opinion. So you just gotta let it go, move on. Okay, but the reason why I pick AJ Styles is my favorite because what he has done in the ring and outside the ring is basically what I've seen. No, I'm not freaking gay because I say he's. Oh my gosh, I hate when people say that, man. Oh, you're gay because you're going. No, it's not, dude. It's a mark. He's a freaking wrestler I just like, man. It's just I wish I could meet him, man. It's not like. Oh my gosh, and people just like. You got these people who are ignorant. If I had like I said, if I had a chance, I'll get his autograph in his pick. I mean, well, I already got his autograph. I just want to, but I wouldn't mind getting a New Japan Wrestling autograph too. A Bullet Club sign, a shirt, I do have an AJ shirt I just bought recently, but I'm just fond of the guy because of what he does in the ring. It's not just because, it's what he did. It's like when you have a guardrail that's the bottom of it's like not even that. I'll say about that much space, and the guy actually slides underneath it. I'm like, you got to freaking be kidding me. And it opened my eyes. And the moves he actually does in the ring, like the Pele kick and all that, it's just it's like a circus act. It's like watching a monkey just doing all these crazy moves, just oh wow. And he's that monkey, just but that was back in the day, Now you got guys like in ROH doing the same thing and stuff. But that's what I like. I like ROH. I like indie wrestling. I like to see high flying moves. I like to see different styles, And with a big guy, I like to see different moves too on a big guy like Goldberg. What he does with his moves, like doing that power slam onto the shoulder down, it just makes me just like, whoa, that was sick. Or just seeing like the Hardy Boys doing tables matches or just some hardcore matches, man. Just get some good matches, Get some like ECW style, bloody matches, man. I'm tired of this WWE PG crap. Oh, it's stupid. Drama, 20-minute promo before you even start a match. Oh, just. But as a fan, gotta go with what you love. So I'm recording 39 minutes, 51 seconds of this. Let's go to WrestleCon. I took a break. Let's see who else I reminisce. I reminisce Scott Hall. Ivan Koloff, the Russian. He's coming. He'll be there. He's NWA. He was in AWA. I don't know his background, but I remember the Russians like Nikita Koloff and Nikolai Volkov, and then well, we have Nikolai in WWF. Nikita Volkov, you know what I'm saying, the one that teamed with Sting back in the day. But he'll be there. I just remember these guys facing the Road Warriors. Oh man, back in the 80s. So that was pretty cool. Then we have the goofballs. I call them goofballs. I call them stooges. I call them the funny guys. They are kind of cool. Kind of cool. They are cool. It's because they're heels. And I had a fun blast with them. These guys are known as from Bad Influence TNA, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. You know, I told Frankie, you know, I met him, I saw him wrestle back in 2011 at the Fan Fest at BT Wrestling, and that's when he had the long hair. I remember my sister going, "Ooh, wow!" I was telling him that, he just laughed. But here's a funny note. I don't know if I mentioned this about Shane Helms, but going back to the AJ Styles thing, AJ Styles did work in WWE as a jobber, and he matched with Shane Helms, and he will mention that in that interview. So just to let you know, give you props up, he was in WWE. So don't say that he's never been in WWE. There's a YouTube video where it shows AJ Styles versus Shane Helms at a Velocity event. So, just to let you know. Frankie Kazarian was suicide. Christopher Daniels also was suicide. And you won't believe who else was a suicide. I will mention, and I'll mention her name. Yes, her. Pretty soon. Coming up is the Headbangers. Mosh and Smash and Mosh. I don't know. Mosh and Thrasher. Yeah, Mosh and Thrasher. Just said it right there. I remember these guys back in the 90s. They cared for them. I kind of thought they were. I'm sorry, but I'm not much of a Uso fan. Not much, you know. They just look overrated, you know. The Headbangers, to me, overrated. Not. It's just when they were heels. Probably, I think that's what I didn't care for them. Then but let's just say that the Usos. Let me kind of reminisce about this whole tag team match from last Monday. I love the fact that Natalie turned heel. I love the fact that she actually helped her husband. I love the fact that she actually pushed Naomi down on the ground. you know, um, the fact that they're tag team champions and the fact that TJ actually helped her dad was amazing because it's just the girl looked like she deserved to be with her husband, and the whole dinner fight between was really uncalled for from Jimmy and Naomi, because Natalie was trying to get back with her husband, but nope, you had to have an attitude. They had to have attitudes, and that's when Cesaro clocked him. And I'm sorry, but you just gotta mind your own damn business. So that's how I looked at it, the storyline. You know. But that's my opinion. So we got the Headbangers. We have Brian Myers, known as Kurt Hawkins, from SmackDown. He kind of imitated Edge. He'll be there. He'll be also a breakfast luncheon on Sunday. So check that out. Then we have Big Reich. I think this guy looks like another Ezekiel Jackson. He'll be there. He's from Lucha Underground. And then we got the former ECW champion, former WWE champion, former TNA champion, Mr. Monday Night. Yes, I am talking about Rob Van Dam. So when you heard ECW, what do you think I was referring to? This guy was so cool. 2011 Fan Fest, and I got a YouTube video. I was on a YouTube video with him. Well, basically, I was walking around and I was on a scene with him because I was standing right next to him at the Fan Fest. He was doing his show. This guy's a downright cool guy. He's so awesome. You know, I didn't get to get his autograph at the time, but I did talk to him. You know, he's so awesome. My sister and my brother-in-law talked to his wife for like an hour or so every time when we were up the line. You know, so it was pretty cool. But Rob Van Dam definitely gonna be there, and he's wrestling that night, Saturday night. I can't wait to see him again. Here's an interesting character, man. Here's an interesting guy. If you can't have Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, you definitely want to meet this guy. He's a former UFC champion, former TNA champion, former WWE superstar, Ken Shamrock. Yes, I said it, Ken Shamrock. He will definitely be there, and can't wait to meet him. You know, when I say meet him, I mean I can't wait to like talk to him. You know, not just to get an autograph pic or anything, just to talk to him. And hopefully I get that chance. Met this girl last year. Kind of was embarrassed because I was sweating all day. And you can't see me right now. It's because I'm kind of late. Molly Holly, Nora Greenwald. She you know, you would think that she's not that hot until you actually come up to get close to her. And my God, the girl has such beautiful eyes. You know, beautiful, beautiful girl. You know, she's small. My gosh, she's small. Bless me. Sorry. Professionalism, can't say it. But Mara Greenwald, aka Molly Holly, is such a great. It was such great meeting her. Problem was I was sweating all day and I couldn't get really close to her. You know, I was keeping a 3 feet distance because I didn't want to. I was kind of smelling myself. You know, it was hot and I didn't have time to go to the bathroom and kind of wash up and come back to her because it was like a line. You know. So, I finally got up to her, met her. You know, I didn't hug her, you know. I wish I could have hugged her, you know. But I just knew that I just put my hand out there, shake her, you know. Just kind of making sure I don't, you know. I you know, we all sweat. Men sweat, no matter what, in a hot situation. I sweat. And my armpits were sweating, and then it was like starting to reek, and you know, it's not like I didn't take a shower. I do take showers, and I definitely did take a shower when I went up there, and I ain't stupid not taking showers before you go up to a wrestling fan. It's just that when it's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're and it's May, it's of course it's May, it's summertime. It kind of gets hot, and the shirt I was wearing kind of made me hot, so I didn't have no other choice but to wear a shirt. I didn't have no wrestling shirts, you know. I love to wear a wrestling shirt, you know, to a fan fest, but I just didn't have a shirt. It's just the shirt I had was wearing was too hot on me. So when I went to Molly Holly, I was like, oh my gosh, I just pray that she doesn't say like smell me and kind of react to it. But I got the pic. She was cool. She she didn't notice. She didn't say anything, and it just relieved the hell out of me. And so then after that, I definitely went into the bathroom, grabbed a rag, washed myself, my face. I did bring my stick of deodorant, make sure I put more on, you know. And then after that, I felt good. Um, uh, just washed myself off a little bit, and then came back out and continued the day, and I felt good. And this was at 2000. This was at the Fan Fest last year. Number one thing: take a shower, bring deodorant, because you get to these Fan Fests, and all you're gonna do, and it's hot, and you're most worried about is your hygiene. So just remember, hygiene is more important when you come meet these wrestlers. Believe me, I know. Oh, I do know. um, um, Bruce Pritchard, aka Brother Love, is coming. Eric Bischoff is also going to be there because he's going to have a war with Bruce Pritchard on Friday night. Eric Bischoff, who I'm really wanting to meet and greet, is pretty cool. I don't know if we're going to have enough money to get his autograph. I'm expecting to bring $400 with me. Bruce Pritchard is, yeah, so they're going to be on Saturday also. So I want to meet Eric Bischoff. I like to ask him a couple things, not a lot. But, there's a lot. Podcasts, usually on podcasts, they do tell you more of what you think. I think every time I listen to Diamond Dallas Page, I think he talks about the same old thing, to Steve Austin, you know. So, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean I can't, It doesn't mean I don't want to meet him again. Cool Cat, Colt Cabana, will have his live show Saturday night after the wrestling show. And he's coming. And I do remember him in ROH. He had a bloody war. He had a war with Homicide so freaking bad. It was just, ooh. I downloaded a Bloodstain, Bloodstain ROH video thing, and it showed Colt Cabana versus Homicide, one of the worst ROH feuds they ever had. And Colt Cabana was Homicide and Colt Cabana was threatening each other, trying to kill each other. They had a death match, and boy, Colt Cabana was bleeding so furiously that I almost had to turn off the TV. But I do have that. It's called Bloodstain, I think. I don't know. If you want to stream it. These two I already met I met so many times because they come to my indie show down here in Atwater. But I haven't seen them lately because they always been scheduled out of the world now. They got so freaking popular in the indie series, and I think they should be called the wrestling couple of the year, and that is Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae. I don't know if they're a couple. I'm hearing from my friends that they're not a couple. That she's with somebody else. I don't know. So. Yeah, Fight Spirit Pro had them as tag team champions, but for some odd reason, when they get their schedule so tight with bookings, they're not able to come back. And so after a 30-day situation, they had to lose their titles. They had to give them up. So, but I'm so hoping to see them again. They will be wrestling on that night, I think. They might be signing autographs too, so do check them out. Joey Ryan was former TNA, gut check, also teamed up with Matt Morgan at the time, and former legend, man, holy crap, Barry Windham, great wrestler. I liked him. I liked him a lot back in the WCW days, NWA days. He also was in WrestleMania, WWE too. I was shocked. I didn't. Well, I wasn't. I didn't really watch wrestling. I don't. I think when I watched WrestleMania 1 is when I was real little. I think I was 6 or 7 at the time. Because that was the time when I watched WrestleMania 2 for the first time, which was the first ever wrestling I ever watched at my friend's house, at my neighbor's house, and I didn't know that Barry Windham was in WWE at the time. When I got the network, the first thing I went from on the network was WrestleMania 1. Then when I saw Barry Windham, I was like, holy mackerel, he was in here? Wow. So Barry Windham will definitely be at WrestleCon on Friday only, which kind of makes me wonder why can't he be on Saturday also? So I don't know. I know the Hall of Fame's coming on Saturday night, but I think they're doing it. I think they've got to be there, you know. Uh, Jackie Moore, former WWE diva, women's champion also was in WCW. Man, her wars. I mean, the death match between in WCW, that death match between Chris Benoit and his wife against Kevin Sullivan and Jackie was just back here at the Cow Palace in San Francisco in '97 was really something else. I remember like it was yesterday. You know, just wow. Um, I know I'm gonna kind of go off on here because of the thought about Chris Benoit. Not a lot of people don't want me to. Not a lot of people don't want to really talk about him, especially WWE. And hey, you know what? This is my own video, dude. If you want to sue me, WWE, go ahead. Just a joke. Anyways, um, yeah, the only way they could sue me is if I sent this video to like their freaking, you know. Yeah, let's just send this video to like CM Punk and see what he can do. We'll just use it against WWE. CM Punk, do me a favor. Put Chris Benoit out there, why won't you? Okay. Whole thing about Chris Benoit, I think, it's very controversial. Um, my my opinion about Chris Benoit is that great, great, great wrestler, great wrestler. I put him up there with one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. I think I would put him up there with Bret Hart personally. Guy knew how to was a technician in the ring. Uh, Guy was just his aggression, his meanness, his aggression was just pure, right on. You know, I remember when he first debuted at WCW, he wasn't much of a you know much of a guy. But I remember the tape. I remember San Marie 1993 when he debuted with against it was him and Bobby Heenan versus Too Cold Scorpio and Marcus Bagwell. But you know, at the time, I was big on Too Cold Scorpio. So what he did, all those flips, and I was like, dang, that was awesome. But you know, Chris Benoit in his early career wasn't really fire on fire. I think the only best time for Chris Benoit was when he was with the Four Horsemen. And then after the Four Horsemen, he started getting into his own groove as a singles wrestler between him, DDP, Booker T, which I thought back in 1998, the year after that death match. One of the best matches I ever saw in my life was him and Diamond Dallas Page on WCW. Was just such an amazing match. Oh my gosh, I cracked up when for the first time when Chris Benoit did the three amigos, but the three German suplexes to DDP. And then when the 3 count was coming, it didn't count, but the whole entire Cow Palace was so quiet, and you heard it from Tony Schiavone. He said, "Wow, did you hear it? The whole entire Cow Palace was silent on that." And you should look at that. It's also on WWE Network for $9.99, by the way, so check it out. But You know what? I kind of think why they don't have some of the Raws, and people think it's just because Chris Benoit. I don't think so because on some of the WrestleManias, Chris Benoit is on WrestleMania. I think they're just having lagging. I think they're just having problems just getting it out there. I think they're just kind of going through the vault. Trying to pick out when we should put this out, put that out. You can't edit a wrestler out of anything because he's on everything. You can't edit Chris Benoit because he was part of WrestleMania. You gotta. So don't try to you know. But let's get back to Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit killed the whole thing about him killing his daughter, his wife, and his son. I don't think it's true. I think when I saw a recent interview with, there was a recent interview on Facebook. Somebody posted on Facebook that Chavo Guerrero was talking to Chris Benoit on that day, and he said somebody came in, and he didn't hear nothing else after that on the phone, and Chavo Guerrero kind of tells a story. So when I go see Chavo Guerrero, I'm gonna get some confirmation from him at WrestleCon. So if you guys want to check, and you guys want to see, let's go ask Chavo Guerrero about that phone call and see what really transpired. So I'm gonna try to get some research on it. But to me, I think that story kind of is true. You know, he loved his family. You know, people think, oh, he did steroids. He got into a drug situation. Oh, he killed his wife because he was going through some emotions. Yeah, but killing your own son and your wife, I think it's a cover up. People say Kevin Sullivan walked in and say Kevin Sullivan killed his family. There was rumored about that. You can speculate all you want. So WWE decides to stake that Chris Benoit actually killed his family, and we will never put him in the Hall of Fame. To me, that's BS. Uh, I don't think. I don't think. I don't think. You know. I think he should have been put in the Hall of Fame. I think they should never look at him that way. I think they should just go ahead and put him in the Hall of Fame as a wrestler. His wrestling career signifies everything, and his legacy will always go on. You cannot you cannot remember Chris Benoit because he's on the WWE Network. You're gonna promote him already. He's all on the WrestleManias, so uh, why not just add him? But that's my opinion, and I'll stick to that. Anyways, I'm always checking my camera, just making sure. Um, okay, just making sure. Um, we have another guest on here. It's kind of very emotionally to talk about. Uh, See, I do another hour here, and I had an hour, but something went wrong on YouTube. So I just want to and I want to link my cyberlink to this YouTube page. One man I consider the best manager of the world in the world today. I mean, not in the world today. The manager of the world today to me is Paul Heyman because I'm a Paul Heyman guy. Uh, Better. Sorry, guys. Just want to fix my hair. The guy I want to talk to you about is I consider the manager of the decade or the century. Out of all the managers I know, commentator, definitely, very hilarious in his own. Uh, when I mention Gorilla Monsoon, who do you think I'm mentioning? The only man who was commentating with Gorilla Monsoon. Yeah, you had Jesse Ventura, but he's another guy I like to see in a Hall too. Wow. Sorry. Today is just country, dude. I'm in the country. A lot of allergies out here. When you think of Gorilla Monsoon, who do you think of? You think of Bobby the Brain Heenan. Andre the Giant was a big name for Bobby the Brain Heenan. Because the Heenan family always trying to get Hulk Hogan, not to become champion. And they succeeded by the help of the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. And boy, did that ever piss everybody off. Hulk Hogan will always be known as the original legendary face of the WWE and possibly wrestling. The man that started it all for WWF. Only man you can think of when you think about wrestling, who do you think of? Was Hulk Hogan. Now you think about wrestling, who do you think of? You think about the WWE now. But who do you think of as the face of the WWE? Well, we all know the face of WWE is none other than John Cena. And arguably, Randy Orton is considered the face of is now trying to consider himself the face of the WWE. Seth Rollins is just considering himself as the future, but not really the face of WWE. I'm going to get to a little bit of WrestleMania. My thoughts about WrestleMania. Roman Reigns. And if they screw that storyline, if they make it to where Roman Reigns wins, then WWE really, really sucks. Because, for one, Roman Reigns ain't ready. And there was a recent post on Facebook, I don't know if everybody's seen it, about Brock Lesnar this past Monday, leaving the WWE before WWE even started. I mean, leaving Raw before it started. Does everybody think, you can probably answer this on Facebook or on this comments, do you think that Brock Lesnar got the storyline for WrestleMania to where he has to drop the title to Roman Reigns? And I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's why Brock Lesnar left. And see what I'm saying? Nobody's pulling a string. John Cena is not the man responsible for putting people over. It's the man with the strings. Who's the man with the strings in WWE? Who's the owner, personally? It's Vince McMahon, dude. My gosh. People, it's Vince McMahon. You can all blame, you can always, you can all say all you want. Oh, no, it's not. It's Triple H and Authority. It doesn't matter. Who's behind it? Vince McMahon. Who's in the offices? Vince McMahon. So don't give me this bullcrap about, about who's doing the storylines. Storylines. Who does the storyline? Who does the writers go to make it confirm? Vince McMahon. Okay. So all these two is Vince McMahon, because it's his company. No matter what, he could put Triple H involved. He could put his son-in-law involved. It doesn't matter. It goes straight to Vince McMahon. And if it was Triple H in Authority, it goes to Authority. It goes to the owners of the company. It doesn't go straight to a wrestler. John Cena ain't the freaking owner. He doesn't want to become owner. So that's my thoughts about WWE right now. It sucks. And every time I think about something bad gonna happen, it happens. You know. Um, Everybody thought that Daniel Bryan was gonna go over. Yeah, right. Look at what the prediction is. Roman Reigns. Everybody thought when Brock Lesnar was gonna come back to the SummerSlam, who do you think was gonna win? Brock Lesnar. So don't tell me that, it's not predicted. It's really predictable, and that's what I don't like about WWE. It's so damn predictable. I want to be surprised. I don't want to be, just to know what's going to happen. That's my thought. Okay, agree with me. Okay, I know I'm an hour and 10 minutes. Longest video I got up, but I don't know if YouTube will set my video because it's gone over. We'll see. Let's go back to official guest now. We have, let me get back to Bobby Ray Heenan. Bobby Ray Heenan to me, because I led off to Hogan. One thing I bet to Hogan is because I was thinking John Cena. Because you're comparing Hogan to John Cena. To compare John Cena to Hogan is actually true because one thing, Hogan drew the crowd. He's a champion. John Cena drew the crowd. He's a champion. Who's the top guys? Hogan back in the 80s. Who's the top guy now? John Cena. John Cena now. Who's the top guy in the 90s? Stone Cold. So it kind of ticked me off about WrestleMania 30 is that why don't you put John? Why didn't John Cena ever came out to be with that group? Because that was, that was the whole era. If I had to make Mount Rushmore, it'd be Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and John Cena. That's my Mount Rushmore. Hogan first, The Rock second, Stone Cold sits third. Well, actually they're tied, and then John Cena last. You can't really put Undertaker in that situation. You just can't. Why? Because he only shows up once a year for WrestleMania. He's just a WrestleMania guy. He's not there every night defending that title. Unlike Hogan did, The Rock did, Austin did, and now John Cena. Now you know why I don't put Undertaker in the Mount Rushmore. And he only had the title for not that long. He didn't defend it that much. So, yeah. So I'll never put Brock Lesnar on there because he's never there. He may be champion, but he's never there. That's why you gotta really choose the guys who are there every day. That's why John Cena is over, is because he's dedicated to the WWE. He's there all the time. And what takes me off is, why do you make a champion who's not there all the time? Why make Brock Lesnar your number one just because he's a UFC champion? That's like if you want to invite the President of the United States and give him the belt. Or I don't know, just pick a real famous actor. Well, we could put The Rock in there, give him the belt, not him showing up because he's doing Hollywood. Let's just put the WWE Championship in the movie. He'll make money. Yeah, that's all it is now. I mean, now they consider the belts props. It's just stupid. Like I told you, WWE is not wrestling anymore. It's entertaining. It's just all entertainment. I want wrestling. I don't want. I like Austin. I like how Austin puts it. He wants to see wrestling. He doesn't want to see entertainment. So, okay, let's continue with Bobby the Brain Heenan. Sad to say, Bobby the Brain Heenan, I have to cry because the guy he doesn't look good. He doesn't look like he's gonna last after this year. I mean, not to be mean, but that's what happens to people with cancer. It just tears you apart. I know this because of my grandfather. He only lasted about 7 months. Then all of a sudden he ate him away and deteriorated him. And I found him and bam, gone. Tragic, but true. You know, I could just see me being emotional just to come up to him now. Just very, very sad that Bobby the Brain Heenan is gonna make his last run at WrestleCon. He was there last year. I kind of saw a video that he was there last year, but now again, I don't think this is his. This is gonna be his last run. So if I was you guys, I would definitely see him now than never. It's sad. I miss the guy's voice. He's not gonna. When I go see him, he's not gonna be the same Bobby the Brain Heenan. But just to talk to him about remembering what he said and what he did is an honor and a privilege. And just to get a picture with him, even the way he looks, it doesn't matter. He will always be Bobby the Brain Heenan. You know. That's why I'd rather copy paste this his picture now. Just remember him the way he is on. Yeah. So Bobby the Brain Heenan, best manager in the world of this century. TNA superstar Abyss is on the card. Abyss, a man who I think should face Kane in WWE. Legend, a Hall of Famer, and one of the best tag teams in the world. Animal from the Road Warriors. LOD. Man, what a team that was. And yes, they're up there with the Dudleys, with all their championships. Hawk will always be remembered, man. And I met Animal back in 2007 FanFest, along with Lady Amazon. Right? Great times. But of course, that was after the incident on Sunday. I will kind of put a video on that one later. Animal will be there. It'll be a Saturday event. And then you got the first ever TNA Knockout Champion, Gail Kim. The first ever, back in 2007, I met her. I congratulate her for winning the belt that time, because there was, I think I was watching, after that event in 2007, that's when I started watching TNA. And then I started, and then when I first saw AJ Styles back then, when I first noticed AJ Styles, that's when I started to look at the videos back in 2003, 2004. And then that's when I started like TNA. TNA was better off without Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan should have never came to TNA. They should have never changed everything. The first couple of years, right there, was the best times for TNA. X Division was hot. It was hotter than ever. Six-sided ring was better. It was different. Why change? Why change? Why change back to like old school crap? That's what I'm saying. So it wasn't TNA's fault. I don't think it was even Hogan's fault. I think it was Dixie Carter's fault. So, anyways, ODB, former TNA, because she's in ROH now. I don't know why she left. TNA fired her, I guess. I don't know. She was with Eric Young. I don't want to talk to her about that. That's going to be interesting. Friday only. I'm kind of disgusted. Well, not disgusted. I'm kind of disappointed that I'm not going to be able to meet this guy. Uh, he's the one of my all-time favorites. I think the best match for him to me kind of was when Shane Douglas were the him and Shane Douglas was going against the Hollywood Blondes. And yes, I'm talking. I don't know if you guys remember this. This was Summer 1993. Everybody will know this guy once I say his name because he will go back to WrestleMania 3. He will go back to his matches with Flair. Yes, the great Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The best one was when he jumped off the cage in Slamboree 93 in WCW. Did a whole Superfly Jimmy Snuka move. And it was so freaking awesome. Of course, Hollywood Blondes won that match. Hollywood Blondes consisted of, yes, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Brian Pillman, the late Brian Pillman. And it's so sad that I won't be able to meet Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but you never know. You know, we'll see. Another great tag team, none other than the Hardy Boys. They'll be there. I met Jeff, but I didn't get a good picture with Jeff because the scenery inside FSP over here in Atwater was so dark. I couldn't get a good. My picture was dark. I don't know if you saw my pics on Snapchat on there. I don't know, but I want to get a re-photo op with Matt and Jeff. Maybe I'll just put them all together and consider that as my payback. I don't know. I'm so. That's a must for me. Same as Lita, you know. Love to see all three of them. Yeah. Bruce Bar Beefcake, another Hall of Famer. Soon to be Hall of Famer. He'll be there. Lisa Moretti is only on Friday too. She's Ivory. She'll be there. The Disco Inferno, WCW. Disco Inferno will be there. Wow. He was never in WWE. He was only in WCW. Well, who can't forget this guy? An ECW champion. A WWE tag team champion. A WWE USA States champion, I think. I don't remember much about what he won in WWE, but I remember he's in TNA as tag team champs. WCW with his uncle, the late Eddie Guerrero. So yes, I'm talking about Chavo Guerrero. Chavo Guerrero will be there. I met him last year. Cool guy. A lot of history. This girl, I don't think any man can really not lose their can't really grab onto their emotion, grab onto themselves. I mean, they can't. I'm telling you, man. She's gonna have a lot of security around her when it comes to guys. I'm talking about Christy Hemme. This girl was so freaking hot when I met her. Oh my gosh, I think I saw a lot of men just like around the table that day. Holy crap. Just wanted to get an autograph. Just wanted to, there's a lot of people. So, it's cool. It was cool to meet her. I mean, it was just, wow. She just her presence. Just think of a girl with a lot of glitter around her. Glitter and glam, basically. The way she looks in this picture is how she really looks like. She's so gorgeous. She's so, she's just so hot, So just to let you know, if you ever come across Chrissy Hemme, guys, keep it cool. Cool down your jets. Keep your tongues in your mouths. So, just to let you know. Sean Morley, well, of course, the TNA knockout too, and WWE's Diva a long time ago. Oh well. Sean Morley, known as Bob Venus, will be there Friday only, and yes, Chrissy Hemme is there for both days. Excalibur, I don't know about that much. He looks like an indie wrestler. The Dudley Boys, definitely. I want to get a pic with them. They'll be there, and they'll. I can't wait to get their autographs. Hopefully, if I have enough money. Now, the thing about Frankie Kazarian and Christopher Daniels, I kind of mentioned that they played Suicide. Did I mention a girl that plays Suicide? Well, that girl happens to be Velvet Sky, and Christopher Daniels and Kazarian actually confirmed it, that it was actually Velvet Sky that actually played Suicide one time. And you're wondering, how the heck did she hide all her boobs? Well, funny funny thing is that they had them taped. Ain't that funny? They duct taped her breasts to make them look flat, and they said she had a hard time wrestling in that suit. So because because I guess they had a situation where they couldn't find the original guy to play, Manic, which is Suicide. So they had Velvet Sky, you know. She is now not with TNA anymore because she got fired. But my friend wants to get her signature. And of course, I'm going to take a pic with her. I met her already in 2011. She was with Shane Helms at the time. Before that, I think before I met her. But yeah. And who does not want to meet this guy? I did. Haha. Read them a week, people. Ric Flair, buddy. The Nature Boy, the 16-time world champion. He is definitely going to be there at FanFest, WrestleCon, and his charges a lot, man, $60. But let's not go to prices. This is a YouTube video. We don't want to spoil it. Just go to www.wrestlecon.com and look at this. Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, will definitely be there. That's a must. Tessa Blanchard, Tully Blanchard's daughter, is going to be there. ROH's Maria Cornelius Bennett. Yes, Bennett. Bennett's wife, Maria Cornelius, from ROH, is going to be there. Maybe her husband's going to be there. We may never know. But that usually happens. Shelly Martinez from ECW, she's going to be there. PJ Black, aka Justin Gabriel, left WWE recently and now is part of the indie circuit, and he will be there at WrestleCon. Friday only, and another guy who I wish I could meet. Kind of emotional too. It's a good thing I don't meet him because I'll just break in tears too. Oh my goodness. This guy's a legend in his own name. He's a Hall of Famer. The most emotional Hall of Famer speech in wrestling in WWE I've ever seen. His mic skills are off the chart. It's his I thought he was dead. Everybody thought he was dead. If you go back to old school WWE Raw these past year, you can hear Michael Cole say, "Oh my gosh, I saw a ghost." And that man is none other than Jake the Snake Roberts. And DDP announced on his Facebook or on his Twitter account that the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts will be released on March 8th in theaters. I think that's what it is. He's going to be at the LA premiere. I think they made a film deal. So the resurrection of Jake the Snake Roberts is definitely coming out. Last time I saw this guy before the resurrection is that I saw a YouTube video where Jake the Snake Roberts was carrying up his python, which he brought at the yellow python snake or whatever it is. He was carrying that snake, but he was really fat and really like not himself. I mean, he didn't look like himself at all. He was just horrible. And in that video, and in the resurrection preview, if you go to Diamond Dallas page, you'll see that what he really looked like back then. And then there's a couple videos where he was just like looking very, very like not himself. I mean, you would cry. You would definitely cry. And Diamond Dallas page mentioned in the podcast. Do visit these podcasts that I will mention. Steve Austin show. Who's Next with Goldberg, Piper's Pit with Roddy Piper, Talk to Jericho, and Ross Report. They were all podcast ones, and the Diamond Dallas Page will go on each one of them talking about the resurrection and get insight, interviews with all the wrestlers that go on there. It's very cool to know what the wrestlers say about their lives outside the ring and their times with the other wrestlers, moments, stories. It's so awesome. So check out those podcasts. You'll have fun listening to them when you sleep. Uh, but it makes you cry. For the last 15 minutes, Diamond Dallas Page mentions that the last 15 minutes of the resurrection of Jason St. Roberts will make you cry. And it's true. It's damn true. There's other people who saw it that made him cry. So just to let you know, very emotional, very touching. And thank God that he's got in WWE and thank God he's with his grandkids and his daughter, he's having a life with his daughter that didn't want to see him at all. And this man right here, you would think would never ever come out of what he was doing and never come back. And I feel for him. I feel for Anvil Neihart also. I feel for him. I feel for Scott Hall. I hope TJ. I hope gets Anvil the right treatment. Hopefully he'll give my reply about DDP Yoga. I hope DDP, if DDP's listening to this, please help. Please, I hope you can. I hope you. I hope somehow that Anvil will get a hold of you, or TJ will get a hold, or WWE. Just plain WWE, because I saw them. WWE is with Anvil right now, getting rehab and save, and thank for Dan Spivey for pitching in. But we'll see how Anvil will be, and hopefully he'll be on the WrestleCon. Another TNA, former TNA superstar and WWE superstar, Kaylee Burchill, known as Winter, will be there. Yeah, and I thought this guy, as a commentator, was awesome at the Kingdom 9 event in Japan with Jim Ross, and that guy, his name is Matt Striker, and I applaud Matt Striker for the best commentating. With I was hoping that it would be Mike Tenay, but Mike Tenay, did. They were trying to get Mike Tenay, but Mike Tenay wouldn't work. Said he probably wouldn't work well with JR. So they got Matt Striker, and I thought Matt Striker did an awesome job with Jim Ross. So check out NJPW Wrestling Kingdom 9. It just came out in January. Another former WWE star just recently signed with TNA. Debuted in TNA on Friday. And he's also a champion. I don't know what champion he is, but he's also a champion. His name is Drew Galloway, aka Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre will be there. So check him out. Friday, former WCW heavyweight champion, former WWE superstar, Lex Luger, will be there Friday only. Kind of sad, all these guys that I really want to meet, they only come on Friday, because I'm only coming up Saturday, people. Another, I don't really want to get into Lex Luger about the Elizabeth situation, but if I had to sum it up by my own opinion, I don't think Lex Luger did it. Girls can do drugs. I hate when people think that, oh, she's always innocent. She always, but you don't know. Maybe she did it. So I don't think Lex Luger did it. Also, hopefully go to the Hall of Fame. This guy I met last year, but I also met him in 2007 and a couple fan fests. His name is Charles White, which is aka Godfather, aka Papa Shango. He will be there. Godfather, he'll be Godfather on Friday, and it'll be Papa Shango on Saturday. Just to let you know. Cool guy. But I already got his autograph. When I saw this guy's pick, I thought, maybe, man, I hope my guy comes in one of these days, because he's from Japan. And the guy next to him is Jushin Thunder Liger. Not really excited to meet people in masks. You know. You know what I'm saying? You want to see the guy's face. You don't want to see the guy in the mask. I mean, we already know who Rey Mysterio looks like. But Jushin Thunder Liger, I don't know who he looks like. And I'm not too excited to meet somebody in a mask. So, no disrespect for Jushin Thunder Liger, but I'd rather talk to somebody without the mask. Hardcore legend. Straight hardcore. I don't know. You know, this guy did it all. He wrestled all the way up to his old age, 6 years old. I mean, this guy's a legend in his name, a Hall of Famer himself. And that man is none other than Terry Funk. Yes, I said Terry Funk. Terry Funk will be there at WrestleCon. And I think it was so cool to have him coming in for this event. Maybe Mick Foley will come. You never know. So, definitely coming into this year's Hall of Fame, as announced 2 weeks ago, Rikishi will be inducted on Saturday, of course, but he will also be at WrestleCon Friday only. Well, it kind of makes sense. The dude's gonna go in the Hall of Fame, so don't blame him not signing autographs on the day he's gotta be inducted. Gotta get ready. So he'll be there. Wow. Guy just left TNA. He's now on ROH. The man I'm talking about is none other than Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe will be there Saturday. And hopefully wrestling that night. So that's a big name, man. That's close to AJ Styles you're going to get. But I'm not much of a Samoa Joe fan. I'm not. Nope. I don't think so. I don't like his attitude. You know, just have this vibe that if I meet him, he's going to be a total jerk. Just not to down him. I just have this vibe, you know. Just some wrestlers can, you know. It happens. But, you know, just either they're going through a tough day or, you know, kind of happens. I don't know. I just have that instinct. You know, when people get that instinct of meeting somebody, you know, you just But we'll see. But do meet him. I wouldn't mind meeting him. I do have a lot of questions. Former WCW. She wasn't WCW. She was with Randy Macho Man Savage with Medusa at the time. And her name was Gorgeous George. And I'm not talking about the Gorgeous George back in 1930s. I mean 40s or 60s. I'm talking about Gorgeous George, the girl. And she looks pretty hot in this pic. She does look familiar, so she'll be there. And that is it, people. That right there is the end of all the official guests. And hopefully we'll be getting official guests by the end of the week if WrestleCon will book more. And if people on WrestleCon are looking, please, I would like to see AJ Styles on here. I'd like to see, you know, just try your best. I know the guy's expensive, but I'd like to see you guys try to get him. He's my number one guy. You know, get the Young Bucks on. Get the Bullet Club. Some of the Bullet Club on here. We'll see. Or maybe you guys are just not announcing them yet. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You guys work every day. But thank you. My name is Kenneth Erickson. And that's it for round 2. Hopefully this will not take... Hopefully YouTube will accept this video, since it was an hour and some odd minutes long. So, thank you very much. Have a good night. Bye.